Today we're playing as Djibouti in Rise of Nations and the next nation in our series A to C. And this was decided by the community poll in the YouTube posts. Again, do you guys just want to see me suffer? Because this game I played right here, it was nothing short of pure pain. Not because of difficulty, but because of how Rise of Nations is designed. The late game wars were painful. I hope you smash like and subscribe, because this... to heal my wounds. Enjoy the video. Yeah, honestly, this position, where I'm located right now, it's absolute garbage. That's the nicest way I can put it. I don't like being an ass crack. I get it, because Djibouti, smash subscribe. But no, I don't really... I hate this. So I'm just gonna go do the research strategy. Which is basically just doing nothing for the first years, and then expanding rapidly after we have researched. So, let me tell you guys a story. A story from me back in the day. Let me do the opening moves first, before we get to that point. Okay, anyways. This story begins in, I think, 8th grade. It was definitely not 9th grade from what I remember. And that was just simply because in 9th grade, we actually took school seriously. In 8th grade, school is very unserious, or at least for most of my classmates here in Sweden. And that's just simply because we only count the grades from the 9th grade, and it's only that year's grades that carries over to the higher education. So getting an F in 8th grade or 7th grade doesn't really matter. It's just, oh, I got an F. Sure, I'll fix it next year. So yeah, we were very unserious. And this carries importance to the grades below mine too. Remember, I was in 8th grade, so it was just a normal day. I think it was summer. I remember it being green, you know, birds chirping. We were sitting in a math class doing some random geometry. And then all of a sudden, we hear screams coming from the window. Naturally, we are not very serious about school, so almost all of my classmates, or at least the dudes, go out and look out the window. Like, what could be happening outside? And, do you want to know what stood outside? A limousine. A white, shining limousine. We do not come from a, like, high society. It's not a high society school. It's just middle class, if you can call it that. Enough to make seeing a limousine to surprise us. Naturally, our interest furthers even more, the more we see it just circle around our school. It wasn't standing still, no, it was actively driving around the school, coming back and forth. So the more and more it circled our school, the more of our classmates went outside, not giving a fuck about our teacher. Wanting to get a little closer look of the limousine and what was going on. I was the same. So, I eventually caved in and went outside to look what was going on. Standing there by the sidewalk was a few teachers and a lot of students around 6th to 8th grade. But it was mostly 7th grade students. That was because of a good reason. You see, the limousine then parked. Not close enough to the teachers, but close enough to the 7th graders. And then the door opened. And inside sat some kids, some boys from 7th grade. And they just invited in like all the boys from the 7th grade, from their class, to join them in the limousine and just keep driving by. It was so surprising. Like, how did they afford us limousine? Maybe that's like the least interesting facts of the entire thing. But yeah, there was 7th graders in the limousine, and they were somehow renting it. Or maybe one of their friends had it. And they just kept going over and over again. The teachers just kept staring at them. And every time, they parked the car just a bit further away from the teachers. Every time they circled around the school. A few 7th graders would step out, and a new group of 7th graders would step in again. And this just continued for half an hour. Of course, our classmates in 8th grade, we had to eventually get in to class, because even though we weren't that serious about school, we still had obligations, and we didn't want to get yelled by our parents. But we could still see what was going on through the windows. So, after like half an hour of them driving by, the principal finally told one of the substitute teachers to get a grip of the situation. This substitute teacher, he was like a full-time substitute teacher, whatever you call it. He'd be the guy you see every time one of the teachers were sick. He was just working there full-time. And he knew the boys in 7th grade. He knew like all the boys. He was just a chill guy. Therefore, everyone expected him to get the kids to go back to class. Like, they'd listen to him. He knew them. So, he goes to the limousine, the car parks by him, a few seconds pass, they talk a bit, we can see them from the window, and he steps in the limousine, and they fucking drive away. And they just keep driving for even more minutes. And I didn't really see the ending, because we had to go to another class, because we had another class after this one, so I didn't remember what happened or how it ended. But from what I remember and the rumors, the substitute teachers got a scolding, and same with the 7th graders. We don't really have the tensions here in Sweden, so they didn't get that high of a punishment. Just some light slap on the wrist. And yeah, that was basically the entire story I wanted to tell today. Just a fun occurrence from me in school. I still don't know how they rented the car. I don't know how costly it is to rent a limousine either. I've finished my story, but I still have a lot to develop and do stuff with. So I can't really attack yet, I'm just justifying on other nations at the moment. Wow, okay, there's no copper in the world. Someone's buying them all. Is it the USA? Why do you need so much copper? Let me buy like 9, please. And 4 from China. You're not using them. Give me some, please. I'm starving. Bro, what is he using this copper for? Is he eating them? I've seen a guy eating tungsten in my comment section. Is this what is this what the superpowers are doing when they're not utilizing the resources? They're just eating it. Copper is 3 times. Okay, is this UC player a new player? Is he developing? No, yeah, okay, of course. I could tell. Let's improve infrastructure, develop city, maybe fortifications too. Not that I will be attacked. I seriously forgot to go absolute monarchy in this video too. I'll do that later. Don't worry. Oh, and this is perfect. Research investment. That's all. I don't need money at the moment. I just simply need... Oh my god, I need money now. Are you kidding me? I took the wrong event. Why does the game punish me for doing a good deal? Oh, this AI is not getting baited. Maybe if it's a lower number, or maybe double lower number, it's gonna get baited. A chief... Oh, I don't have a chief judge. Of course I don't. I found my lover again. Fuat Papak. Public Service Act, improve infrastructure, not neutrality yet. We're gonna go to a lot of wars, and I have a lot of justifications I wanna use. Why are the ally to the... Wait, what? The Middle East is at peace? Those 2 words shouldn't fit in a sentence. Let's expand, let's form our formable, which requires Ethiopia too. And they're being attacked by Angola. Why is Angola... Why are they going for this? Why are they doing this? Okay, let's get maxed out tanks and then invade Angola. I don't care. I'm gonna invade this big alliance. I don't have enough manpower, however. Okay, yeah, we're researching. Look at our research. It's kinda insane at the moment. I'm not even gonna argue with this guy. I invade countries specifically for their specific resources. This is free. They're your neighbors. This guy is taking ketamine or something. He's hiding something. Oh, Angola unallied. Bro, why is China justifying against us? Are they all just friends or something? Well, luckily I built a lot of forts, so he's not gonna break through. But he might have insane numbers that I can do nothing about. Yeah, what is this war? Yeah, what is China even doing? That's what I am asking. Okay, this Russia is acting a bit too... Let's stop this Russia. Holy shit, he's going insane. What else do I want? Infantry? Let's go for some infantry tech. I hate... Okay, now I'm gonna have to invade Russia. That's an insult. Okay, yeah, now he's white piecing. What was he doing? China's high. Yeah, let's finish up the DRC. What about Angola still here? Okay, I want to justify against Angola. They still haven't annexed Ethiopia. That's also super annoying. I can't form because of that. This has gone actually quite well so far. No interruptions. And a general of the army. Yeah, we're pretty much everything we need. We don't need anything else. No, no, no. No peace. I need you. I need your land. I don't have any goal in this challenge except... I don't really know what I want to do, to be honest. Just attack players. Okay, that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing every day, actually. But this day is specifically special. It's because I have a vengeance. Oh, Russia. That's our final goal. Defeating Russia. He insulted Sweden. Angola still hasn't moved. I'm just gonna get ready for the... I'm just gonna prepare for the invasion of them. Let's just get everything to the DRC's capital. Yep, declare war. Goodbye, Angola. You should have annexed Ethiopia when you could, which you did now. Why did you do it? Of all times, you do it now. I mean, thank you. I can get it at the same time. Okay, let's see. I can annex the DRC. Let's hope they have some money. I'm kind of poor. Okay, 500 million. We're not poor now. At least we got Sokoto and pretty much all of Africa. There's no other players left here. We wiped them all out. So let's go for Russia now, because they offended me. After that, I'm just gonna leave the game because I'm too powerful. Like, I haven't even started developing yet. Now we're number 2. Easy. I'm pissed off at this Soviet Union player. That's my final goal. After I've invaded the Soviet Union, everything else is just gonna be so easy. So I'm just gonna finish the game after that war. Oh, not yet. Let's build more troops before we do that. Look, USA has tier 4s. I have tier 3 and 2. Just wait a few minutes. I'm gonna develop. Yep, now we're number 1. That barely took any time at all. Oh, Russia's actually developed the most. Why are they so low in the rankings then? They are developing, they have tier 8s. Are they not researching at all? We're not expanding anymore, we're just attacking Russia. So let's get that extra tax income and resistance. Ooh, that's gonna be disgusting. And Fortification Act for more resistance, but I need to sell some steel. Now the USA is trying to buy diamond from me with 1 times value. No, 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 USA. Like you said, 3.5 times the cost. Let's spam all the tanks we can now. Let's prepare for the war. I might not need anything else but tanks against the Soviet Union. They have fighters. Not sure that's gonna make a difference. Can we also annex Turkey soon? We can also soon annex them. And then we go to war with USA, just for their insult against Sweden. Yeah, he noticed. He definitely noticed that I'm attacking him. So, yeah, we gotta make this quick. War begins. We have 44,000 and 12 million troops. This should surprise him, hopefully. And they're also maxed out. This is what you deserve. Any scorching? Of course, it's a Russia player. They have to scorch. Not too bad war exhaustion. We can lower our war bonds just to make that. He's just scorching everything. Holy crap. I don't even need to switch to mass attack yet. What are the new numbers? Yeah, only infantry and they're all getting destroyed. And there's also attack from the east too. Let's see. He has 1 million troops in his capital. I don't think I'm able to take that out. He's also entrenching a lot. Yeah, let's switch to mass attack now. I'm getting a lot of war exhaustion. Don't like that. Let's lower it real quick. Let's get another stack up there. He seemed to have defended that first wave. Let's just hope he collapses soon enough. Also, I'm never gonna break through his capital unless I get my attackers up. Why is my attackers going here? Gunner take. What the fuck? Is USA? I'm not interested in attacking USA. I could also just send 60,000 tanks unannounced. He has no navy. I'm not interested. USA can attack me when he wants later. Yeah, I'm just simply not gonna be able to take his capital. There's too much resistance over there. Yeah, dude, he's just gonna fortify. I hate defense. I can never break through that. He's gonna get a lot of war exhaustion doing this. I have mass attack. I can just lose anything. He does not. Oh, there, yeah, here comes USA. What boring. I don't really care about them. They don't seem good at the game. They've just been developing and they aren't even maxed out. Is USA really bombing the Soviet Union's land? The friendly fire. You know, I don't really need money. But thank you anyways. I'll use it to spam any more infantry. I'm gonna switch to specialization soon enough. I don't really want to invade USA. That's boring. Yeah, I'm already getting tired of this game. Nothing's gonna happen. Defense is just too absolutely broken at this point, and it's a late game war. So no one's gonna win. I love late game wars where nothing happens. Yeah, I cannot break through this. There's too much resistance. I have 100 million troops, and it's still not enough. Let's win to specialize them now. Or 100 million infantry. This is so dumb. I hate late game wars with a passion. And the losses from that's 2,000 infantry losses. Oh yeah, that's pretty much nothing. He took out nothing. And now all his bombers just poof. And I have maxed out my training. Okay, I think it's time we start deploying. Look at that though. Yeah. What can I do? Defense is just there's no way to break through. This war will never end. And I'm just getting so much war exhaustion because I have so many troops. Rise of Nation, please fix late game wars. There's absolutely nothing that can be done against this. I'd have to use nukes. I don't want to use nukes. Let's just click one button and it's done. Yeah, no, I give up. I can't attack. I have 20 million infantry here too, but it can't do anything. It's actually insane how this is... I'm getting more war exhaustion from attrition than losses. Insanity. I can't do anything. Like, this is just a testament of how bad late game wars are. If you just entrench, put up resistance and forts, yep, GG, you can't take any city. I sound like I'm just complaining. But that's because nothing's been happening. At least Canada took out the USA. As you see, this is why I don't play late game. Yeah, for next games, if it gets too bad, I'm just gonna leave the game. I can't deal with this anymore. Or I can deal with this more. Yeah, we can just go back and forth. But no, I can't. I'm too bored. See ya.